Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel, Miller's Corner. Today is episode 3 of my Minecraft survival modded world. Last time, in episode 2, we did some mining into the caves that I have on this world, and we also created this little pathway down to the bottom just so it makes life easier to get up to my base. In this episode, what I think I'm going to do is some, like I said last episode, some base progression. So I'm going to be extending this out just so that I have some more rooms for maybe a automatic furnace, some chest storage, probably a proper bedroom, just so that we're better off in the future. First of all, collect all the stuff I smelted last time. All of our materials that we mined. We've got a good selection of iron, gold now. Like I said, 30 diamonds from the last episode. We're going to make some tools, I think. We're also going to need to get some sugarcane just to start planting books so that I can... Ooh. Well, that wasn't great. Just so I can start planting sugarcane so I can make some books for my enchanting setup. So that'll be big on the list today as well. What I think I'll do in the next episode after this one will be setting up farms, maybe at the top. I'm not quite sure what's up there, I haven't been up there yet. I can see some cows on the map. And or maybe down the bottom. I'm not quite sure yet. Can't really fit much down here though. It would have to be further away and I don't really want it to be too far away. But before we start thinking about that too much, I think I'll start making some simple tools, maybe a pickaxe, maybe a shovel out of diamond, just so that I can dig away some of this area a little bit easier. So without further ado, let's get into that. Okay, so now that I've started digging out, we've gone for the same sort of tiered opening as the front that we have. So 2 blocks and then in one, 2 blocks in one. On this side we've got 2 blocks out one, 2 blocks out one. What I'm thinking here is to sort of have an opening into a very open plan area so that we can have maybe a staircase going upwards so that we have layers on the inside. It also gets us closer to the top of the mountain so that we have a staircase that's smaller up to where farms could be in the future. So what I'm thinking here is to have maybe extend this out 2 more deeper and then have a staircase in the middle that heads upwards, probably from this level actually. So from here it'll start going upwards. We'll have the roof start getting taller as we go up again, and then from this level we can have maybe some rooms that go down a block just so that there's a nice thickness to the floor, as well as still having 3 blocks tall. And then we can have the second level starting at the top of these 3 blocks looking down onto this one almost. So we'll see how that looks. So you can already see from the start of this how this base is going to be a very tiered sort of system. We started that here. It wasn't my plan, I didn't really have a plan for this base. But you can already see that how the base is tiered inwards, sort of funnels into this main entrance. And then from here it extends outwards. And then we also have this sort of tiered system working its way upwards. So you can see how it opens up as you get further up, all the way along here. And then you also have the same sort of idea as down here, and we'll probably feature the same sort of tiered system into the walls here and on the other side so that they both link up to form one big room that's underneath from 2 staircases. From there and on the top level we'll probably have rooms maybe at the sides, maybe at the front as well. This will probably be extended back further. But we might then have staircases from the top level further backwards, leading down to the bottom. Just so that there's, you don't always have to come to the front of the base to be able to lead in. I'll probably extend this outwards and then have the staircases around the back, sort of flowing down into this bottom one. That's my plan anyway. I'm not really sure where I'm going to lay things out. I'll probably have a main storage area at the top. That might be a good idea. Instead of having rooms, just have a big storage area here, and then having below easy access to a smelter, to a enchanter, to whatever else I needed down here. So yeah, that's my main plan. And then obviously again having staircases going up. Oh, there's that annoying rain. I should probably slept last night. Can't sleep anymore. Lovely weather, but I'll carry on digging. And oh, I should have said as well, these half slabs here, this is just sort of for me to be able to lay out and have some understanding of where the stairs are going to go. I didn't want to use staircases. I feel like they're too steep, so we've used half slabs just to sort of give again the same sort of tiered feeling to the whole base. But I'll join you again when I've dug out some more of this area and I have some ideas of where I'm going to lay things out. So my plan for this base is for it to feel very, let's say overgrown, almost like this. If you look at the front, it almost reminds me of like an old-fashioned mineshaft that you would sort of see with a load of wooden beams holding everything up, and then everything sort of being a bit rough. So it is very symmetrical at the moment. But what I've tried down here is sort of having these supports, and I doubt they'll be this big when I actually finish it. The sort of supports with like broken down, like cobblestone looking blocks mixed in. All the walls will be sort of broken feeling, and I can add vines and maybe random water sources. Like I was thinking maybe a water feature in the middle of here. Might look nice since I'm using rooms outside of this. I sort of want this whole build to feel very open plan, is what I'm thinking, with a very broken down feel. So sort of like modern open plan buildings mixed in with a overgrown aspect, and then sort of almost like it's going to collapse sort of feeling. I think might look pretty good. So I don't want everything to be symmetrical. This is obviously very symmetrical. What I'm thinking here is to have a staircase up, because I don't need that many rooms. I was thinking of extending this further, and then I could fit like maybe 2 rooms in on the edges. I only really need like one on each side. Even if I have a water source in the middle, I could put an enchanting room, sort of, or open plan enchanting in the middle. I'm not quite sure yet, but I don't want this base to be too big. Like I said before, it is only a starter base. It doesn't need to be crazy. But by here, I'm going to use the same sort of, I need more slabs. I'm going to use the same sort of feeling of these stairs going up. But we're probably, since we're lower, we'll probably have this sort of feeling. We've got one up and then one up again, but rather than it being so sort of separated, it'll be much more flowing design, is what I'm thinking around the back. And then since that will be 1 into 2 on the top level, what I'm thinking is then having another 1 staircase leading up towards the surface. So that's my plan so far. I think I might use this time for a bit of talking. So obviously this is a series that I hope will last for a while. I missed a day yesterday recording. I had normal work, normal job and everything. You've got to keep that a priority almost. But I would like for this to become semi-regular. It can't all the time, obviously. I do have a life outside of this, but that's what I'm hoping for in the future. So if you do, since I didn't say it at the start, if you do like what I'm doing here, if you want to stick around for new content, please feel free to subscribe and like this video so that other people can see it as well. That would be a great help to me. Wow, so that lined up perfectly. I was obviously just talking and sort of guessing what I was going to do with this staircase coming up, but luckily that was just lucky as hell, I guess. Oh, still got a lot to clear out though. Just got to carry on doing that. So I have carried on digging this whole thing out. This room is now fully dug out, and we can do whatever we want in here. The staircase is leading down and up, I guess. I'll dig out a little bit. I think I'm going to use some support pillars again. Got to carry on with that sort of look. I did kind of have a different shape to this roof. As you can see here, we have the staircase leading upwards to the surface, and we're actually a lot closer to the surface than I thought we were. Yeah, it's very barren up here a little bit, but it's alright. You can almost see here, I didn't know this was here, but this very changeable blocks with the gravel, the mossy cobble, the andesite, the normal cobble, all mixed in together into a very sort of broken down, old feeling build. Oh, that's very pretty. Oh, that would have been a great place to build. Maybe in the future. But yeah, so I didn't know this was here, but this is sort of almost the kind of idea that I was going with. And like I said, I wanted farms to be on the top, and I was thinking this is a very long opening into the top of something, so I was almost thinking of changing this staircase so that it's stairs, not slabs, just so it's a little bit steeper, and it comes out a little bit of a smaller entry. But I could then have that leading into a big greenhouse, which I have made before, following a design. It was sort of designed by the YouTuber Green, but I sort of modified it just so that it looks a little bit different. I've got it on my friend's server that we play on together, so I can maybe show that in the future. But I think that would look nice, leading an overgrown sort of bunker base area into a nice, very well lit, very glassy sort of building with a lot of overgrown features as well. So I'm thinking that I move some chests into one of these bottom rooms. I might open an area up here, and then I think I'll end the video for today, and maybe next time we can build an automatic furnace system, or maybe start on the farms. So I'm not going to do too much more on this episode, but I do want to move these chests because it's starting to get a little bit more stupid, I'd say. Everything's sort of mixed up together. I don't have much stuff now, but give it a few episodes and I will, and it'll never get sorted, as I can say from experience of every other server I've played on. So I'll get into that first, and then I'll show you the progress in a minute. Oh, it's always night time. Oh, that was a mob. Come on, wake up. You got me. Didn't wake up in time. So now I've just got to move my last chests over. I don't know where my axe went. It must have broken at some point. I don't have any axe on me anymore. all my valuable stuff. Got a diamond pickaxe that was nearly broken, so I changed to my iron one again. And what we've got set up here is just a set of chests in a wall. We're gonna put some staircases above it, just so it sort of blends into the room a bit better. We've got all of our cobblestone here, with everything that's cobblestone related. We've got all of our wood here, put the chests in there. We've got all of our random blocks of dirt, andesite, granite, diorite, gravel, any of that stuff can go in there, unless I collect a lot of it and then I have to put it in one chest on its own. We've got anything food related here, so all of the food stuff, all the seeds, anything I can eat. Anything mob drop related, so they can go in there. Yeah, anything that drops from a mob or hostile or passive, unless it's food, goes in there. We've got anything random in here, so just random stuff that I've collected. Don't know where half this. Oh, I remember collecting that actually from this first episode. You should check that out if you haven't already. What else we've got? We've got all of our tools and sort of mechanical things, I guess you could call it, so smithing table, furnaces, all that. And then we'll have all of our valuable stuff in this chest here. That works the best for us. And then we've got plenty of chests spare to do whatever we want with. I think that all I need now is some item frames to put on the front. We'll do that in due time once I've got farms. I don't want to kill a load of cows and do and then have to find them later on. I always end up doing that and then spend hours just trying to find mobs to put in my farm. So I'm going to save them there until I've done that. But other than that, I think that'll do for the episode. Join me next episode when I'll create a farm. I might do an automatic furnace setup on the other side of that wall from the chests. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content and want to see more in the future. Goodbye.